You reap what you sow, supersizing your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. This is a little plant that we killed, and it's been around for a decade. Not a decade, almost a decade. It's been around for 8 years. My granddaughter gave it to me as a Mother's Day gift years ago. It's actually a begonia, and it's died and come back and died and come back and died and come back. And we've got one little sprig that we rooted and we just planted, because you reap what you sow, right? What you put out into the world. This idiom, we've definitely discussed this idiom before. It means that there's no escaping the consequences of our actions, right? There's always consequences of our actions, of our choices, of our thoughts, our beliefs, our behaviors, our energy, right? Whatever we put out into the world comes back to us. A lot of times it comes back to us tenfold. So we want to be careful what we're putting out. I love this idea and thought and belief, and I use it. I don't usually say you reap what you sow. I think it's a more old-fashioned. It's a proverb, of course, and it comes from it's actually in the Bible. It's in the King James Bible. It's been around for centuries, and so it's ingrained in our being. I think it speaks to the law of karma, which is a universal law. I think it reminds us that you get out of things what you put into them. I remember telling my kids when they were in high school, you're only going to get out of your classes and your high school experience what you put into it. I don't know, I remember thinking that when I was in high school. It's like, I can have this be a great experience or a bad experience based on other people's high school experiences, or I can create whatever it is I want in this situation by what I put into it. The time, the energy, the effort, the thoughts, the feelings, and the beliefs, and what I bring will determine what I get out of that experience. And I learned that, you know, any class, you can put forth as much effort as you want. Same thing in college, same thing in any job or anything that we do, any endeavor. What we put into it is what we'll get out. Now, it's not always, the law of karma and the universal laws, they always work for everybody, but they don't always work like we think they should or we would expect them to. But bottom line is, each and every one of us, we can do things, we can think things, we can believe things, but none of us can escape ourselves. None of us can escape the things that we do, the things that we say, and the consequences of those things. And that's especially true when we're growing and building and supersizing our business, right? What we put into our business comes back. What value we provide to the people that we serve comes back to us in income and profits and things like that. So I would love to know your experience with this particular idiom. You reap what you sow. Again, I'm not necessarily a reap what you sow type person. I don't know how many times I've probably used this idiom in my life. I'm sure a few, but not as many as I probably could have, because I like other versions of it better. Love to know your favorite version of it. I like you get what you expect. We're all personally responsible for our behaviors and our actions, whether we believe it or not, we are. And even if we don't answer in this life, I believe that we will answer for everything, all of our experiences, all of our lessons learned, all of our behaviors, the good, the bad, and the ugly, meaning the good, the bad, and the things that we wish we wouldn't have done or said, because we all have those, right? I was kind of snotty back in high school, right? I definitely wasn't a great manager when I was the editor of our paper. I was thinking about that this morning. I'm like, whatever made me think that that was a good management style? I don't know. And I learned a lot in college and through different experiences, and that's what we're here for, right? We're supposed to experience things and become an ever-increasing better version of ourselves. And that's how we create the businesses and the lives that we want, is by growing and learning. And you know, sometimes those consequences of our behaviors aren't always stellar or things that we like, because there's a lesson we need to learn there that we haven't learned yet. That's it. That's our idiom for today. Any questions, or if you have an idea for an idiom you would like to have me do research on and find out where it came from, what does it mean, and how we might be able to apply it to our business, share that in the comments below. Otherwise, I will, of course, be sitting around with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how could you use it to supersize and grow your business right now? Have a great day.